I've been off social media for 3 years and just posted a video about it, and I got such a good question in the comments. How do you deal with the fear of missing out or feeling left out / unable to relate? I won't lie to you, it is hard at first, but I have 4 tips or things to keep in mind while you're navigating getting off social media and dealing with that FOMO. It's also a new type of FOMO. Instead of seeing your friends out and about without you maybe invited, now it's this FOMO of having no idea whatsoever what's going on in their worlds. The first tip is to accept the initial discomfort. It is very natural to feel FOMO at first. You used to be constantly stimulated by what was going on at all times of day, and you had that easy click into an app to see what your friends were up to, and now that is gone. There's so much less stimulation. You have to remind yourself that this discomfort is temporary. Over time, this feeling will fade more and more, and you'll just kind of forget that you used to know everything all the time at your fingertips. Having been off it for 3 years now, I can attest you really do get used to it with time. So just embrace that initial discomfort. The second thing you can do is just reframe this perspective on what the fear of missing out even is and focus on the long-term benefits of this decision. Instead of seeing social media absence as this missing out, think of all the things that you're getting and benefiting from it. You're gaining more time, maybe less stress, maybe you're seeing mental health improvements. Just remind yourself that the experiences people are sharing online are just a fraction of their lives and really only the highlight reel. And you're truly not missing out on anything essential by not having that. When you're having moments of doubt, it's good to remind yourself why you quit in the first place. Improved mental health, more free time, reduced anxiety. If you stay grounded in those beliefs and those benefits, over time, the absence of social media will start to feel more like a rewarding decision than this thing you're missing out on. Honestly, that's just the addiction talking, and you're kind of going through a withdrawal period. I know I have certainly been there myself, but 3 years later, I've been out, I'm on the other side, and it is just so much more peaceful. The third thing, and this is challenging, is you need to embrace being out of the loop. This one is probably one of the hardest ones. You have to remind yourself that it is okay to not know everything or see everything all of the time. There's this freedom that comes from not having constant updates. It takes some shifting to even realize that this is a freedom and not like you're missing out on something. I especially notice this when it comes to cultural moments or different trends that might come up. It feels weird when you have no context as to what's going on in pop culture right now, for example. Like my sister, she sent a picture of her Halloween costume and I had no idea what it was. I guess it's from like some reality TV show that's viral on social media right now, and I had no clue. Or I was recently at this party and this girl, I was having this conversation and I swear she was speaking in TikTok to me. I could not understand what she was saying. It was all trends and memes and it was really quick and I just did not have anything to relate with her on. But being out of the loop can be such a peaceful and rewarding experience. Over time, you'll start to realize that what you don't know doesn't actually impact your lived experience at all. Like you don't know what you don't know. And that's a good thing. You just have to shift away from that need for constant stimulation and information and dopamine hits that you're getting on social media all the time. Again, it's an addiction. You're weaning off of it and you just need to embrace that feeling of being out of the loop. Be that friend that's just like, yeah, I have no clue what's going on. Can you tell me what's going on in pop culture? Like that's me. I can raise my hand. That's absolutely me. It's a bit of a funny role to play, but like someone's got to be the person who's out of the loop and under the rock. And I would so much rather have that than be the one who's addicted to social media all day long. But it is absolutely a trade-off. So navigate that as you will. The fourth and final thing that you can do is surround yourself with like-minded people. And this can take time. But if you've been entrenched in a friend group that is constantly speaking in TikTok trends or are always posting each other on social media, if you take a step away and get off of social media, you'll start to realize this may not be your environment that you want to be in all the time. So it's important to connect with people who also prioritize offline and IRL experiences. This can really help you feel less isolated from the world that social media creates and gives you a sense of community and belonging in a real way. It's just a more authentic way of living. Not saying it's better or worse, it's just different. So you might want to find some people who share that ideal and common ground with you. So what now? Now that you have these 4 tips, I hope that you can start to apply them in your real life. All of these really helped me when I was navigating first getting off social media, especially especially. But now that I've been off for 3 years, it's a shift and it takes time, but truly you'll actually just start to forget about everything. You'll forget that you even had FOMO. And I was a big sufferer of FOMO. I was in deep. But all of these will really become second nature and feel very intuitive just as you spend a little bit more time off of social media. And know that you're not alone, because there's this whole movement that's happening. There's a lot of us out there. We're all just living under our rocks together. Drop a comment below with how you deal with your own FOMO or your own experience getting off social media. I would love to hear more and connect with other like-minded people on this. I'm very happy that I made the decision, and I hope that if you're also exploring what it would look like to not be on social media, that if this video helped you, I definitely encourage you to go watch the video that I made about my experience now being 3 years off social media and why I made the decision to get off. I also have some other playlists on general tech and personal development. So if you enjoyed this, go ahead and watch those. And thanks so much for tuning in today. My name's Kate. I'm another girl with a microphone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk again soon. Bye.